Welcome, Aries. This is Regina, Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your 2023 year ahead. I've laid out the wheel of the horoscope, and I will proceed through each quarter of the year from what is ordinarily the first house. I'll clarify the months within each quarter of the year with the African Tarot, and I'll finish off with an oracle card. If this reading resonates for you, I would appreciate your liking and subscribing to my channel, Pacific Tarot, and I thank all of you for all the support that you give me. So let's get started, Aries, with your overall energy for 2023. We have the Nine of Swords, Aries, and that's indicating to me that you are having an opportunity to separate yourself quite clearly from mistakes, errors, and patterns of behavior that you recognize no longer serve you. This may be a year in which the behaviors, the unconscious behaviors that you recognize now are repetitive and triggered in a way that is not productive. You are separating yourself from that energy. The first quarter of the year, starting in January, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is indicating your energy to discover, explore, research, find out about new ways of doing things. This may be you putting together a plan for an opportunity that you recognize will point you in a new direction and a more advanced direction based on the growth of your skills. In the second quarter, starting in April, this is spring, we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is taking the plan that you have been developing since January, and it's allowing you to vet it among a group of communicators, peers, others with different ideas and new inspirations for you. So this can be an opportunity for you to ask questions, interrogate the ethos, the theme, the integrity of other business models or other ways of doing something. This can also be relevant for a craft, a product, or service that is relevant to education or communication that you are improving upon. And at this time, in the beginning of the spring, it's going to be critical for you to listen and hear what others have to say. In July, in the after the beginning of summer, but the summer quarter, we have the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is indicating that you are opening up to new inspirations, and this appears to be a combination of your desire to do things differently, to plan things procedurally, your openness to new ideas, and those new ideas are in the summertime really inspiring you to personally grow and expand on the model that you're already beginning to put in place, that you're in the process of planning. And at this point, you're planning with a partner. You're planning with an audience, with customers, with your students, ways that you have become inspired to do things differently and to live according to an expanded experience of your own truth. In October, September, let's see, yes, in October, you have the Magician card, and the Magician card is indicating that by the fall, you will be completely prepared to begin something new. This may be something that you're doing in accordance with a community based on the grandness of the enterprise you're moving towards, you're taking into consideration, you've been planning for, and you're now ready to launch this new project. Let's clarify January's Knight of Pentacles with February's Ace of Wands and March's Page of Wands. So in February, we are receiving an offer, a communication, an opportunity to glimpse into a new direction. And this is supporting the planning that you're doing. So as you are considering the opportunities before you, you are considering an offer that's taking you into a new direction. However, in March, you are doing more research, learning more about this opportunity that has been coming forward since the beginning of 2023. You're open up to a new idea that you once had about the importance of the plan or the practicality of the plan that you have been considering, dreaming about, thinking about, scheming towards. In April, the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Emperor in May and the Page of Cups in June. May looks as though you feel yourself to have a grasp on a particular project because you are in the guise of the Emperor. You are realizing your experiences have actually prepared you for something that was appearing brand new to you. That does appear brand new. However, you realize you have a history, a wisdom of manifestation, of experiences bringing teams successfully to victory, and you're now aware that creatively you can apply your discipline, your ability to see the big picture, to delegate responsibilities to this plan that is coming to you, or in this new project that you're undertaking as part of your business, your education, whatever it is that this new enterprise is regarding. In June, the Page of Cups indicates that you have been incredibly stimulated by all of this research, this exploration, and you are at this time discovering new responses, emotional responses within yourself to the opportunities that are before you. So your imagination has been unleashed by this willingness to grow on top of your desire to build in this new direction. So you are experiencing a sense of joy, play, creativity with your coworkers, definitely. And it's important that you work together equitably with your team, whatever your position in the team. The 7th, in July, the Knave of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Swords, a repeat in August, and the Seven of Cups in September. You are really having an opportunity to recognize your growth around this entire year's theme of separating yourself from those behaviors, people, associations, even old goals and expectations that you had in the past and that did not serve you, that limited you, that caused a tremendous amount of suffering. In August, you have a chance to slow things down, to go inside, and to just hold your own counsel here. As you're doing so, you're recognizing the tremendous growth you've made, the tremendous freedom that you are now appreciating as you have released the expectation of what others can do and have allowed yourself, have laid the expectations of a greater potential on yourself. You are tapped into a higher energy that is allowing you to choose what is best for you, and recognize that when you do that, the excess empowerment that this has given you is also shared with those you work with and live with. The Seven of Cups in September is indicating that as a result of all this releasing that you are being forced to do that has caused you pain, there is often this kind of buoyant energy of your imagination and a look at all the possibilities that you can now project, unconsciously project out there as things that are opportunities for you that you may not have seen before. You also recognize that every opportunity is not equal in September. In fact, most of these so-called options are distractions, and they're moving you away from your focus and discipline on what it is you are building towards. So that in October, the Magician is clarified by the Five of Cups in the 11th. In November, and the Eight of Swords in December. And I'm laughing because when I usually do this spread, I'm doing a straight up horoscope spread based on a chart, a universal chart. Instead, I'm doing this as the wheel of the year so that we are spiraling through our lives. In November, the Five of Cups indicates that you have recognized that the tremendous release of emotions that you have been allowing yourself throughout the year, you've been holding it close, but you're allowing yourself the range of regret, remorse that you've experienced from these disappointments, a particular heartache, even a pattern of heartaches that you're now able to understand. You're recognizing that the experience of that suffering, that pain, that heartache has actually allowed you to accept what remains and allows you to appreciate the tremendous abundance you have within yourself. This is you honoring your connection to your higher self and recognizing that what you once looked to other people to give to you, you're now in a position to give to yourself. In December, the Eight of Swords is not so much the idea that you are overwrought or anxious, but you are coming to a conscious awareness of the enormity of your task, of your project. This in December has the possibility of making you feel worried, concerned, second guessing yourself, as opposed to releasing this thinking that you've been doing, this reviewing you've been doing that has helped you to separate yourself from difficult, challenging situations, your own thought patterns that have held you hostage to the expectations of others, and is actually taking you out of the present. The present here is your strongest ally, because in your present you recognize that you are more than enough. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle card, and I'm even going to ask you to ask a question or focus on a particular goal that you have for 2023. And the ametrine, the key word is intuition. I'm fully aligned with my intuition. I trust this powerful wisdom to guide me. I love this. I'm going to leave this here, Aries. I hope this has been helpful to you. Until next time, Namaste.